Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to get all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, Rule Web and Bridges. I'm to his young brothers in the truth, and peace and blessing to the hopeful elect.
Word this so that I don't get in trouble, but I think it needs to be said. I have to be careful how I word this so that I don't get in trouble, but I think it needs to be said because I am sick and tired of hearing people say that people of color just need to get over it already because it was so long ago. No, it wasn't. My father remembers his father raising hunting dogs that he would rent out on the weekend for hunting parties, only these weren't regular hunting parties. These big bubbas would set up these almost lemonade type stands during the week and sell these little cards for a nickel, 25 cents. A nickel, 25 cents. They were person of color hunting licenses. And everyone who bought one during the week, they would gather together on the weekend with all their trucks and they would round up as many people of color in the surrounding areas as they could find, turn them loose in the woods and set the dogs after them. There are people alive today whose family were hunted down in the woods by dogs, and they raised their children to have a well-earned distrust of white people and of police officers. Because I guarantee you, any of the police officers that weren't wearing the hoods were turning a blind eye. This town, Vidor, Texas, at one time, I believe was known as the most racist city in the United States. It was a sundown town. They had a billboard that said, "Person of color, don't let the sun set on your." And anyone who was not white knew you don't drive through Vidor after dark. Even truckers would avoid that route if they weren't 100% certain that they could make it through before sundown, because God forbid they had a blowout or some sort of mechanical trouble in Vidor, Texas after dark, because they had citizens and police officers patrolling looking for them. If you were in Vidor, Texas after dark and you were not white, you probably wouldn't be seen again, or at least you wouldn't be seen in one piece. It's hard for me to talk about. The library sold t-shirts with rifles across it that said, "People of color, we're ready for you." The Klan marched down Main Street openly and with full support of the municipalities and the people until 1985. 1985.
There you have it. So let's get into it. Lord willing, this be an edifying lesson. This the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 41 and verse 1. It say, "O death, how bitter is the remembrance of thee to a man that liveth at rest in his possessions, unto the man that have not nothing to vex him." And that's Esau Edom. This man not vexed. And this the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 41 and verse 1. It say, "O death, how bitter is the remembrance of thee to a man that liveth at rest in his possessions, unto a man that have not nothing to vex him, and that have prosperity in all things. Yeah, unto him that is yet able to receive meat. O death, acceptable is the sentence unto the needy." They need to be ready to go. It's saying, "Unto him whose strength faileth, that is now in the last age, and is vexed with all things, and to him that despaireth, and to him that despaireth, and him lost, and him and have lost patience, fear not the sentence of death. Remember them that have been before thee, and that come after, for this is the sentence of the Lord over all flesh. And why art thou against the pleasures of the Most High. There is no inquisition in the grave, whether thou have lived 10 or in 100 or in 1,000 years. The children of sinners are abominable children, and they that are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly. It say, verse 6, the inheritance of sinners, of the sinners' children, shall perish, and their prosperity shall have a perpetual reproach. Going into, and it's ultimately talking about Esau. You know, Esau gonna have a perpetual reproach. It say the children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sakes. Yeah, and that's what she's doing. She complaining about her grandfather and grandfather. You know how her grandfather used to raise hunting dogs to hunt Jake, man. You know, colored people. It ain't say niggas only. What is a so-called Hispanic? He's considered colored. What's a so-called or Native American? They are considered coloreds. You know, Puerto Rican, all those, they all are considered colored people, man. It say the children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake. Woe be unto you, ungodly man, Esau, which for which forsaken the law of the Most High, going all the way back to Abel, not Abel, or Cain and Abel. You know, Cain forsaken the law of the Most High. For if ye increase, it shall be to your destruction. Yeah, and Esau increasing is to his destruction. And if ye be born, ye shall be born to a curse. And if ye die, a curse shall be your portion. Now, this also talking about us, man, our people. But it's ultimately talking about Esau, you know. It's talking about us too, because what we born cursed, you know, we those people. You know, but hey, it's twofold because Esau finna catch it, man. You know, they say the morning, and that's pretty much the point. Let's go to the next one. That's pretty much the point. It's the book of Job, chapter 20, and verse 5. It say, 4. It say, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Though his excellency mount up to heaven, and his head reacheth unto the clouds, yet shall he perish forever like his own. Yet shall he perish forever like his own dung. That which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall be not found. Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place, or neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore in his hands shall restore their goods. His bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Yeah, because the Lord finna bring this nigga to the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth. Yet, yet his meat in his bowels is turned; it is the gall of ass within him. He have swallowed down riches, and he have vomit, and he shall vomit them up again. That's how you know it's talking about Esau eating the so-called white man. Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly, you know. But it's twofold in certain points, because hey, we going through these curses, man. But this talking about Esau, I'm tripping, because this triumph, this the next precept, this triumphing of the wicked, you know, and the wicked of our people as well, man. You know, yeah, it's grass, man, because our people wicked as hell because they following after the so-called white man. Um, it say That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be. He shall not rejoice therein, because he have oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because he have violently taken away the house which he builded not. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desire. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him when he is about to fill his belly. And this is ultimately going to the elite of Esau, but they all gonna pay, you know. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And that word wicked there going to eyeball, if I ain't mistaken. It could be something else. And it means labor. It say when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating, going into those nuclear missiles as you keep going. But we're gonna go to the next one. This the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 1. It say the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord concerning Edom. And Edom is the so-called white man who had these sundown towns and did all this wickedness. We have heard a rumor from the Lord. An ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. His head is in the clouds. Um, and I'm gonna jump. That's the point. I'm gonna jump to verse 10, Obadiah 10, 1 and 10. It say, for the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And that's what's going on. Shame is covering this man. Let's go to I think that's Jeremiah 14:21. Let's go there. It might be 20, 14. It might be Isaiah. I think it's Isaiah 14:21. Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, and verse 21. It reads, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will raise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon, and we are in Babylon, America, Babylon the Great, the name, the remnant, and the son and nephew, saith the Lord. And how's the Lord gonna do that? With those nuclear missiles as you keep going. The Lord say he's gonna sweep it with the beast of destruction. So let's go to this Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity. And let's go here. And what she said she was, and this let's go back. This is a historical database and social justice of sundown towns. And let's go to the one she said, man. Verdun, Texas. And it's on here. Look at all these sundown towns in Texas, man. And they got every state. And this just the ones that they got recollection of, you know. Around the time where they could get it. Verdun, Verdun, Texas, right there. You know, that's what she was talking about. Predominantly white, predominantly white, uh, um, place, man. In 2000, there's only 8 niggas down there, and 300 something Hispanics. You know, damn. Well, let's go to Alabama because you know in Alabama that's where we are. In Mobile, Alabama, you got one that's pretty much in Mobile County, Chickasaw. Chickasaw was a sundown town, man. You know, now you got a lot of black people in Chickasaw, but Chickasaw was once a sundown town. Sign read, "Nigger, don't be caught here after the sun goes down," or something to that effect. A resident of Mobile. Then you got another one right across the water. Right across the bay, which is Orange Beach. Orange Beach, right by Foley and Gulf Shores. Orange Beach was a sundown town, man. 2000, the amount of niggers, so-called black people there was 14, man. You know, they say probably not, although still very few black people. Nah, that motherfucker was a sundown town, man. And that's all the ones I know. I don't know where these other places is. West Point, I think a prison up there in West Point. I could be wrong. These sundown towns, but you got every state got them. You know, every state got them. Let's see if New York got them. Yep, every state got sundown towns, man. No matter where you go, California, everybody, all these states got sundown towns. Mississippi, Mississippi got them. Diableville, that's one that's close to us, man. That's on the Gulf Coast, Diableville. You pass that up going to New Orleans, going to the other brothers in um damn, uh Bay St. Louis, you know. And I'm pretty sure they know some of these places. I just know Diableville. Uh, say still sundown, surely not, you know. And it's not a sundown town anymore. But, hey, it's a lot of these places that's probably on here that you better not get your ass caught in, man. You know, late night, don't nobody know you, you just passing through. You better not get caught in that motherfucker, man. In some of these places, still to this day, you know. I'm just looking. But these are sundown towns, you know. But that's pretty much the point, man. Hey, Esau, Edom, your ass in the pay, boy. But that's pretty much the point. Lord willing, this will edify. I want to end to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone rule, where have been a great example to the younger brothers of the truth. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Kwame Yashala. Abba.